So it's good news for all the Syrian refugees who have been fleeing the war in Syria in the recent few years, because the brutal Assad dictatorship they were all fleeing from has been deposed, and Assad has fled to Russia with his family, where he is currently seeking asylum. So that means the country's safe for all the Syrian refugees to return home to. Am I right? Is that how it works? After all, the bad things they were fleeing from are no longer there, so that means it's safe for them. And so our Prime Minister Keir Starmer should do the right and decent thing and organise transport to allow these people to go back home. After all, I think it's fair to say these are unskilled migrants, and we have enough of our own people here in Britain who are unskilled. We need to train up in order to give them jobs and contribute to the economy. And I'm pretty sure all the Syrian men who came over here all want to go back to help rebuild their country, which has been destroyed by war. Now, I know for a fact if it was me who left my family behind in a war zone and crossed several safe countries to come to Britain, and I knew the brutal regime which I left my family to be at the mercy of had now been vanquished, I couldn't wait to get back to them. But of course, you know as well as I do, it won't happen, and Keir Starmer won't send them back home. These illegal migrants have been like a political football for the left ever since they started coming here. And according to the internet, there's around 30,000 of them, mainly men of course. And the Labour government being a left-wing government, these people are of course potentially 30,000 voters. So by giving them free stuff and granting them asylum status, I'm pretty sure Labour hopes that at the next general elections and the local elections, they're going to vote for him. So of course, he's not going to send them home, is he? It's the same in the US. The Democrats under Bungalow Joe Biden, they opened up the southern border in the hopes that everyone who crosses over from Mexico would be grateful enough to vote for the Democrats and keep them in power. But it hasn't worked, has it? But no, the refugees welcome lot, Keir Starmer and Labour, they'll think up of another excuse as to why these now not displaced people have to come here. Now, I'm all for Britain helping asylum seekers, refugees, etc., if they're genuine, because I know the genuine refugees and asylum seekers are minute in number. And it's odd that Keir Starmer issues a statement saying that he welcomes Assad's departure and the end of his brutal regime, because the guy now in charge of Syria is an Al-Qaeda terrorist with a $10 million bounty on his head from the US. And so it's, well, unfortunately for the Syrian people, out of the frying pan and into the fire. Of course, the Syrian people here won't go back to serve an Islamic caliphate, will they? And this is all down to Barack Obama and David Cameron for encouraging the Arab Spring back in 2011. And there we go, the 30-odd thousand Syrian people living here, I can guarantee you will not be returning to Syria because of Labour and Keir Starmer advertising this country as the land of milk and honey. What an almighty mess left-wing politics has left the West. I mean, good grief. We've displaced a people thanks to our woke leaders, Barack Obama and David Cameron, who come here, and now we can't send them back because the regime that just took over from Assad will be 10 times more brutal. And dear me, like I said, what an almighty mess. And there we go. I'm past 49. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.